All right. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Kool Vybez with Kiana and
Kenzo.
so I am Kiana and he is, and we
Kenzo.
are in the building tonight. Listen, we hope y'all doing well because right about now, I don't want to dwell on it, but this crazy weather is happening all over between the East Coast, the Midwest, the I guess the Southern Atlantic states and places like Kentucky. Our prayers and thoughts go out to all those people who have been impacted by these storms and these crazy tornadoes and this climate change that is really impacting things these days. So I'm sorry that, these things are happening and hopefully it'll get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like right now, so yeah, if we lose power, we in the middle of what they call a nor'easter here in this New England area, and that's a lot of heavy wind, rain, thunder, lightning, all type of stuff. Anything could happen at any time with that. So bear with us if you see us a little spotty or anything like that. Just wanted to kind of bring that up. That wasn't even really what I was thinking. I'd have this conversation today, but again, the weather and it's cold, y'all. Let me tell you.
The thunder just started rolling in.
Yeah,
It's like
wait, is that
18-wheeler rolling through here?
I wish it was. Yeah, instead of the thunder. But yeah, and it's cold. I don't know what y'all weather is, but listen, it's about like, I'd say like wind chill was like 38 or something like something. Like, wait, we almost been freezing and this is May. I'm prepared for Memorial Day weekend. I thought it was gonna be like a little cookout or something, but I guess it's more like sitting there by the fire and hot chocolate or something like that,
Yeah, well, sitting by a fireplace, not even outside a fire pit.
That's what I'm saying. Inside, sitting by the fire, with the heat on. Okay,
yeah.
So who knows? But outside of the cold, I guess we can just say that this month, as we speak, it's been full of holidays. We're in May. Okay, I love May. May is one of my favorite months because there's so many good things going on. I hope like anyone at this point who would have had fun celebrating Cinco de Mayo enjoyed because we had a blast. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about a blast like always. You just can't go wrong with some good tacos and margaritas. You just can't. And a fiesta full of good vibes. Listen,
that's what's up. Sombreros.
I hadn't got to the sombreros. Honey, I always make sure I have a sombrero because I got to be in full effect. You got to have the garb and be ready because when you're in a place, and luckily I speak Spanish, so I'm in full Spanish mode there. You know what I mean? Like, so we're ready. But
I just speak tequila.
You speak tequila. Okay. I mean, anyways, so for us, yeah, we definitely enjoyed that. And all the ladies and everyone else, because it's not just for ladies, because people, even if you're not a mother, you're celebrating your mother, or if you're a husband, you're celebrating your wife, if you have children or whatever that may look like. We're hoping everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day. Okay. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
We're
Day.
Still celebrating it because that's important. Mothers should be celebrated and get their flowers every day, right?
Right.
Yes, it's not just one of those things like, oh, forget mom tomorrow, like or something like that. So I'm shouting out the mothers. It's a lot of strong mothers and women and people doing that thing, keeping the babies safe and doing a lot of hard work out there. So we celebrate you today, Mother's Day, the actual day, tomorrow, and every day. So thank you.
Yes.
And speaking of being thankful, right? We want to also say you're just talking about Memorial Day, but it's not just only about the barbecues, right?
Yeah.
We want to definitely say, thank you for your service and hoping everyone has a nice Memorial Day. But take time out to honor those who, made the ultimate sacrifice. Unfortunately, like they say, the land of the free, home of the brave, but they're no longer here with us. So, definitely, again, thank you for the service.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Memorial Day, we salute you. To all the veterans that have fallen and, their families, of course, we always are there. Being grateful, can't be too grateful. So we wanted to add that. Anything else you got to say about that?
No,
Nate, I summed it up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run my mouth, right? I'm just gonna talk and talk. But
yes, summed it up.
May has been definitely
very busy, and I don't want to get into the other stuff part of May, but May's been very busy.
It sure has. Oh my God, May's almost gone. Like May just came in and it's gone. Almost like, wait a minute, we over halfway over the month.
Yeah.
But yeah, so. I'll leave that. I guess leave it like that for now.
Yeah. So in the meantime, to catch up on what we've been doing, we encourage you to watch our previous live streams and share info with your family, friends, and if you want to be a guest on that live stream, make sure you know.
How they gonna let us know if they want to be a guest? I mean, they could. Well, actually, they could even call us. But besides that, what else they can do? Like, what are people doing these days? I'm old school. I pick up the phone, but go ahead.
Oh Lord! So,
That
yeah,
rotary
that's-
dial
yeah.
stuff. But go ahead now. You know me. Mm-hmm. Or I thought it was all that with the touch tone. But go ahead now. That's all right.
That's my Gmail account, Kiana Kenzo Kool Vybez at gmail.com. And let's see if I can get this right this time.
Oh yeah, don't put the wrong address and they emailing somebody else. Let me be
Yeah.
on your live stream. Somebody like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah.
Or she? You don't want to look like that.
Yeah. So Kiana Kenzo Kool Vybez at
At
gmail.com.
gmail.com.
And
Not AOL. He said
oh,
gmail.com.
God. Well,
You got mail.
Yeah.
Let's hope we don't have that with this thunderstorm, okay?
Yeah.
Start hearing that. Like, no, we ain't on AOL. It's just, one of those things.
Yeah, so
Got that?
Yeah, so put that up there. So I guess we're gonna jump into our next topic here.
Yes, we're really all about diversity and just talking about a variety of things. You know what I mean? Like the current events, from even bringing up the past, whatever that might look like. But we want to say, right? Congratulations to Pope Leo the 14th, on his new position as the Pope, being the first person from the United States. Big up to the U.S., okay?
Yeah.
First Pope from the U.S. I think that's, I hate to say it, but it's a flex. Like, that's definitely good because it's, never happened before. And there's plenty of Catholic people in the country. So, why not? So I think that's definitely, exciting to have someone serve as the head of the Catholic Church from Chicago, Chi-Town, baby.
Chi-Town.
You know what I mean? Midwest vibes, yes. Chicago, and the Pope also has his second nationality in Peru. Well, I won't jump into the Spanish because you'll be lost.
Yeah.
But hopefully the new Pope will continue on with some of the good that former Pope Francis did. We definitely, thought he did a beautiful job in trying to, unify the Catholic Church. And he was very progressive with his thoughts and values. Like, he was inclusive, and he was definitely, like they said, the people's Pope. Like, it was truly for the people, and he was definitely a saint and everything else,
Yeah, and definitely worked hard to clean up the church's image after a lot of those scandals going around. So
yeah, those scandals, honey, scandalous. Okay, so hopefully, Mr. Pope Leo the 14th will at least take, expect him to do his own things. Everybody's not a twin, but you know what I mean, with definitely taking in some of that guidance and say, hey, this worked, and this is what I'd like to continue the legacy, and secure my own piece in history. But yet, obviously, as they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you want to always, make it stay, at least working, or if you can perfect it and make it better, do that too.
Ideally, make things better,
but not worse. Okay. I know. Just don't even get into it.
Go there.
We're gonna leave that one alone. We're talking about the Pope. Okay, so no, the Pope's a good guy. Now, what you got next, KZ?
Okay, one of my favorite subjects.
That's why I knew you were going to start this one off. You go ahead now, bro. What's up?
I'm going to dig into this one. NBA playoffs.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
What's going on with the playoffs? What's not going on?
It was not going on. The reigning champions from 2024.
Oh, God.
The Boston Celtics are out.
Wait a minute. And here we are from New England at this point. Like, we're out, stationed in New England. And we got to sit there and announce the Boston Celtics are out.
Yes, indeed. And I'm proud to say that because y'all didn't know. Yes, I am a Knicks fan.
So he's so happy.
I was in my glory knowing it was the Knicks that put them out after all the trash talking about how they beat us up the whole season.
Yeah.
To come back to this, I said, man, the Celtics lost the first two games before Tatum was out.
That part. Keep it going.
Yeah,
What happened?
Tatum being out didn't seem to make the difference, since seeing that the Celtics ended up winning the next game when Tatum was out. So it seems that many people didn't see that coming.
I guess they didn't.
Of course they didn't.
Eyes were closed.
Underestimated the Knicks. So what are your thoughts? Who do you think will win the 2025 championship?
Can I? Yeah. I mean, the Knicks, I'd like to see them because, why not? I mean, my guy Patrick Ewing should have won a ring years ago, and that didn't happen. I was always a fan of Patrick Ewing. He was one of my favorite players back in the 80s, believe it or not, even though I loved me some Michael Jordan. That was my number one. But I know, but I loved him, okay? And back to what I was saying is that I was more like involved with sports back then, I knew a lot of the players. Today I'm not as in the loop. So if anybody want to put me in the loop, let me know. That's fine. But anyways, I mean, for me, who I think might win, honestly, I don't know. It might be the Oklahoma Thunder, maybe the Timberwolves. I'm kind of on the fence, like 50-50 with them. I just see it being one of them, and probably, unfortunately, not the Pacers. Clearly, the Pacers.
Yeah.
In the Knicks, I don't know. I mean, hey, maybe we'll have a surprise. I mean,
Yeah.
people didn't see the Celtics being out, so I mean,
yeah, that
or the
was,
Lakers or Steph Curry. That's one of my guys. I know Steph Curry. Shout out to Steph Curry.
Yeah,
Golden State.
Golden
He's a
State's out, Lakers
great
out.
player.
Team
Yeah.
that we thought definitely be in there. The
Even
they
Denver
call
Nuggets, right? They were up
Yeah.
a few years ago. They were reigning
the
champions.
usual suspects. Now they're
They
out.
OUT spilled out.
So
They
now
went.
it's full of surprises. And if anybody was doing the whole brackets or put their bets on this playoffs, I
Y'all
think
might have
lot of
lost a
people-
house.
Yeah, a lot of people lost a lot of money.
If they in Vegas betting up there, oh, the Celtics, honey, you broke.
Yeah.
Let's hope you didn't put a lien on it. I'm just saying, But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, any team can win at any time. Um, it's just how it is. That's sports. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I can say what I want, but I think all the players clearly are good. I mean,
Yeah.
if they're in the NBA, they're there for a reason. They
Yeah,
have skills. Period.
yeah.
So that's where I stand.
So now I got that off my chest.
Yeah, I wanted to give you your glory with the NBA playoffs and your Knicks.
Let me take my sip of water here.
Good
And,
idea. Good idea. Even though I don't need the sip at the moment, might need it later, but I'm gonna take it just to prepare in advance.
Yeah. So
Shout out
now-
to Poland Springs. Ooh, it's
Yeah.
good. Sorry, go ahead. I love some Poland Springs.
All right. So now, without further ado,
Uh-oh.
I told you we had a special guest coming on for
Yes,
this
I'm excited.
month. So we're gonna like to definitely introduce the owner and CEO of JanetMarcella Lifestyle LLC.
All right.
So let's bring her on.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. Always
Let's
a good
see.
time.
Hello, Jasmine.
Hello, Miss Jasmine. Good evening. Hello. Yes, welcome. She's here. She's on the live stream with us tonight. Yes.
Of course.
Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that. We appreciate you and look forward to getting started.
Yeah. So I guess gonna jump right into
You're
it.
gonna jump in. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm still on my little Knicks basketball thing here going. So
Mhm.
okay, so I'm wired up now.
Go ahead.
So let me. Okay, so can you tell us about the reasoning behind getting into the holistic body and skincare business?
Okay, yes. So I'm Jasmine. I am the CEO and founder of JanetMarcella LLC, also JanetMarcella Lifestyles. It's a wellness brand that's dedicated to 100% natural skincare and energy wellness. So the reason why I got into skincare is, let me ask you a question. How many of you, just including you guys, the host, and whoever's watching, take your me time for granted?
I'm all about self-care, but sometimes I'm guilty as sin. Guilty as charged.
Okay.
I
So,
sometimes take that me time for granted.
and a lot
I'll
of
be
us think that me time is like getting our toes done, running that bath, but I'm actually getting even smaller into it. Let's talk about every day we wake up to go take a shower or to get ready for
Mm.
work or to get ready for bed. How many of us take that for granted? How many of us go take a shower, we get in the shower, we wash off, we get out, and that's it? We don't take any time to really appreciate ourselves.
I agree.
Exactly.
Because so it's like, especially before work, you're like, oh, hustle and bustle. I got to, you're already half asleep.
Yeah.
Let me get up, get, it's a rush. So you're right. Definitely not.
Yes,
Maybe on a weekend,
exactly.
but the weekdays, it's like, okay.
And look, I love skincare brands. I'm really big about skin, smells, all that. And I've spent money, like top-notch money on like facial stuff. And even
Mhm.
after I use these things, yeah, my skin feels great. It's a wonderful product, but I still feel drained. I still feel down in the dumps. I still feel like
Mm.
whatever happened that day did not leave me yet. Cause if you go to work that one day and that coworker just they make you mad, or somebody
Yeah,
comes into
Yeah.
work with a
for
bad
real.
day, or you know what I'm
Yeah. Set
saying?
the
And
tone.
you don't realize you're
Set the tone for
carrying
the
that
day.
energy with you. And you get home and you're being, I'm a mother. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a mom and a wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you start cussing everybody out, stressed
Yeah.
out, overwhelmed. And you never cleanse
Yeah.
that energy off of you. So that's what really made me want to get into the holistic world, because it's all about the whole self, not just skin, not just inner body work. It's about everything.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And then you make me think now, like, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, at the same time, like absolutely, like people, and I speak, like I said, super guilty, but like, you know, that's why sometimes people are sick. Like they just,
Mhm.
just let, not to say outright let themselves go, but let that part of, that part of the self care and, like you said, thinking about the holistic self and your energy and all of that, just kind of taking it for granted, oh, whatever, by the wayside type thing. Whereas instead, like that's definitely a better if people think about it. Like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
duh, I mean, aha moments.
Yes,
It's
it
definitely something
is.
that makes sense for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. So I went from looking at the bigger picture to the smaller picture because I'm a mom. I get overwhelmed and I'm like, when do I ever honor myself? Yes, like I want to save my money and go get my toes done. But then I end up having to make an excuse to do something else and do something else. And so that self care gets lost in the mix. And then, dis ease, right? That's the word dis ease, which means dis ease. So you're
Yeah.
Mhm.
stressed out. So your body, a lot of people talk about energy, right? Like, I don't like that vibe. I don't want to be in that space. The energy feels off. But we really
Yeah.
don't connect that to ourselves. We talk about it, but we don't really connect
Yeah.
that. And so my brand is all about connecting those pieces and understanding that's equally as important to pour into self and focus on your energy as well as, giving energy to other people.
Yeah.
That
No.
definitely makes sense for sure. I swear it's like this is no lies. They say no BS, Jasmine. The next question we had, I'm gonna just read it. I like basically like verbatim, pretty much. Like I said, wow, is Jasmine here and with us? Like really with us or read us? And we went over this already. But my next question was gonna be saying this. Many people use the term energy loosely, right? So it
Hmm.
means different things to different people per se. Like from a holistic viewpoint, what does energy mean to you? But you pretty much just kind of told us. But that was, I couldn't believe it. You segue right into question number two. That's real talk right there.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I mean, it's not like she knew that in advance. I swear, people.
Well, energy is the very thing that we cannot see, we cannot touch, but it cannot be destroyed, but it can only be created and transferred to the next thing. It's like a light bulb, right? We can't see
Hmm.
the energy that goes into the plug to turn that light on, but we know it's there. Well, if
Yeah.
everything
Absolutely.
is made out of energy, then we are also a composite of energy as well. So energy is also what we need. It's like a tune up for a car. We're like cars. We can only
Yeah.
push ourselves so far, right? And then we got to go take a break. Energy through food, sleep. But what about that energy that's still carried that we don't cleanse off? And how I look at
Right.
it, the creator made everything in this world for us, including the plants and the ocean and all these things. And you ever notice how you go to the beach and you feel better and you feel like, okay, I can handle
Yeah.
life? Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm basically taking what we find in nature because everything has a different type of frequency and energy to it and utilizing it in the products to help balance your own energy out.
That's
Yeah.
definitely smart, and it definitely
Yeah.
makes sense because, again, like you said, the beach, that was a perfect example. I mean, it's nice, refreshing. What do people want? Ideally, you want to feel refreshed, rejuvenated.
Hmm.
Something that's invigorating, getting you, like as I said, get up and go bar. But in other
Yeah.
words, getting yourself back where you need to be, healed and
Yes.
strong, like ready to
Yeah.
take on whatever that might be.
Yeah.
Take on the world.
Yeah.
That's
Like I
right,
said,
right? You gotta wake up and
yeah,
be
get the
ready. A
mind
lot
right.
of us wake up and we don't be ready, and then we take that don't be ready and we give it to everybody else. Because if I'm mad,
Yeah.
That's
everybody
it.
can be mad.
So true. So true. I'm saying absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, speaking of that, which I think you kind of touched on a little bit, but can you tell us more about the energy cleaning service?
Okay, so I am also a very gifted person. I do, and whether you believe in it or not, I think that's just, kind of like debatable. I don't push my
Yeah.
beliefs on anybody else, but I am actually a
Yeah.
reader. So I do read tarot card, I do intuitive readings,
Okay.
energy readings. I am a medium
Yeah.
as well. I do channeling, root work, and it's really all about like, healing oneself, right?
Yeah.
And so go back to the question again, because I think I kind of lost the question in describing myself.
Can you tell us more about your energy cleaning service?
Yeah, so like the cleansing, right? You
Yeah, the
mean?
cleanse.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the cleanse.
cleansing. So I also
Yeah.
am a Reiki certified Reiki master.
Shout out to
So
Reiki.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, this is
yes,
a lot of people don't know about Reiki. She said Reiki.
Yeah.
it's
One of
energy
my close
cleansing.
friends is into Reiki. Yes, I'm so happy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take over. Like, oh my God. Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's all about energy cleansing. We all have seven
Yeah.
nodes in us that level from the base of our spine up to our head, and they also help the energy move within our bodies. So I do a lot of cleansing and clearing of that. So my services, how it even all started was I would do readings for people, and my readings are a little different. I'm not here to tell you about your future or. I'm here to tap into your higher self, your vibrational level, and kind of give you advice from your spirit guides or even the creator and even your higher self, maybe your inner child on the direction that you should be heading in your life, because I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here for you to create your own choices, because that's what God gave us a map. So sometimes we forget how to make our own choices. Then with that, I will tap into your energy to see, okay, where are the blocks at? Because our chakras are connected to our organs in our body. So like if you're feeling sick or you have a lot of digestive problems, it could be your root chakra. It could be because you feel uneasy or unstable. And so I'm tapping into that energy and I'm creating bath kits, affirmations. I'll even throw some scripture in there for you to utilize, even if it's 5 minutes out of your day, to really pour back into yourself and to remind yourself who you are, what your purpose is, and what direction you're going in. And so, I don't know. I feel like that's what God wanted me to do. That's my I'm a way
Yeah.
shower.
That's
I'm
your
here
calling.
to.
And it sounds
Yeah.
I'm
like,
here.
you're really in tune with that for sure. She know
Yeah.
what she doing. Okay, that's
Yeah. I
what I'm
mean,
trying to
it's
Exactly. It's
like
say.
a
all
whole
about love
different
and
skill
light.
set.
I know what it's like to be in those dark places. I know what it's like to feel like you're not good enough, you're not seen. And so my goal is not to like make you leave Christianity or whatever. Actually, I would encourage
Of
that for
course.
you. That's what you're into, right? It's just all about guiding
Yeah.
you to a direction that's going to make you happy. It's going to be for the best for you and the people around you. And it's all with love.
Yeah, and that's like such a rare like twist on it. That's like, wow, that's man, that's definitely very unique.
No, it
It's in
definitely
our
is.
ancestry. This stuff dates. What I'm doing, it really dates back to our ancestors, and some
Yeah.
of us are gifted enough to remember and wake up and start doing it because nobody taught me none of this stuff. I've been doing it since I was a kid. So
Oh wow.
I just feel like there's a lot of hatred in the world. There's a lot of, I mean, obviously we see it. I think people have gotten to a
Hmm.
point of lacking empathy, and I just really want people to learn how to love themselves, because all it is a projection of how they feel about themselves out into the world. So if we can teach people how to love themselves, even through the rough times, even in times where they feel like they failed, I think we could see a better collectiveness amongst, the world, because, without, we can't have the I without the we. You need the we in order
Yeah.
to
That's so
have an
true.
I. And right now, the I is more important than the we. And
Yeah.
that's not how we're going to grow as humanity. So, I mean, you got to find people like me, light workers, right? To go out here and ping, ping.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. We definitely need more of that. I mean, it's just one of those things that, like, because like we were saying, a little bit before, that some people don't understand what's meant by holistic, and they just trying to throw you these pills and say, oh, and no disrespect. I mean, I'm all about
Right.
a balance, but at the same time, like, missing, as they say, can't see the forest for the trees. There's things that people are out there not looking into or thinking about, or being open minded, if you will, to try
Yeah.
to say, this isn't working. Why don't I try something else? And
Yeah.
that's,
Something more
Exactly.
natural.
more natural. That's it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
thinking. Now that I've gotten older, I'm all about that for real. Like, it's like, oh wow, things, as you mature and you learn, you're like, okay, your world view opens up, and you definitely are more open minded. Hopefully, not everybody, but I
Yes.
should say I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
And assume, I can't assume. Hopefully, that. Let me see what else did I have. Oh, so I wanted to ask if you could just tell us a little more about, like, your self care rituals. Like, we had looked into, of course, like the tranquility, renewal, and the self love. Like, could you talk a little bit more about those? I thought that was really interesting too. So.
Yeah, my rituals actually, everything in my whole brand is actually dedicated to my grandmothers, Janet Hopkins and Marcella Holman. So that's where you get the name Janet Marcella from. Um,
Nice.
And actually, everything that's been created down to the look, the image, the colors, the words that are used, all of my products are actually based off of times in my life where I was trying to find my way. And I actually created these products out of need because I was like, I can't find any of this anywhere. And then when I would go to other holistic healers and things like that, maybe it just didn't align with what I was trying to do. I'm not trying to like hex somebody and things like that because we
Right.
have that
Yeah.
going on too. Okay. Like there's a lot of that going on. I
Of
really
course.
Yeah.
wanted something that allowed me to channel my own power and pour it back into myself and find that validation within me. So I created things like tranquility because listen, I got kids, they drive me up the wall. It's about to be summer and they're gonna
Yeah.
be home.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
I don't always have time to do a whole ritual and like, put the candles out and feel sexy and all those things. So I wanted to create a spray that I can use in a moment when I'm stressed out, where I can stop for a minute, take a deep breath, calm myself, and then refocus or accept what's happening so I can make the next decision. Then I decided to make a body scrub because I'm like, I can't always take a cleansing bath because I will be selling those as well soon. I don't have time for a bath, but I need another way to wake up and refresh myself. So I created the scrubs. And the scrubs have dual purpose. Everything has dual purpose because I actually did study skincare too. Now, I'm not a dermatologist, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wanted to make, I have eczema. So I wanted to make sure that my product did two things: cleanse the energy and also cleanse the skin. Because when you're
Yeah.
absorbing all that into your pores, you have to take care of the inside, again, going to the inside outwards. And so
Yeah.
I made a scrub that could give me two things at once. And then the same thing with the body butter, taking the time to rub a nice, luxurious, thick body butter on your body and thanking your parts of your body and saying, thank you, knee. You might not realize it, but even speaking into your body, you have vibrations that come out of your mouth, the sound, and your body is
Yeah.
picking up those frequencies. So you're pouring that back into you, which is then triggering your immune system to work better and to do better. So I wanted to focus on tranquility, clarity, because I don't know about you guys, but on a rough day, and you got to still think, you need something that's going to wake you up. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
Oh, no
yes.
doubt. I agree
Yeah.
100%.
Yes. And then you need something to
Yep.
ground you. So tranquility, clarity, and grounding right now are my main focus because that's where I'm at. Like, how do I ground myself when I feel overwhelmed, when I'm stressed
Mhm.
out, when I'm not overwhelmed, when I'm tired, and I still got to go out here and cook dinner, make full day bed, full day clothes, clean the house up. My 2-year-old think
Oh,
she's
yeah.
my boss. You know what I mean? So,
For
and I
real.
can't always go outside and hug a tree. So
Yeah.
you know what? I make something that I can hug myself with because that's what we
Yeah.
need is our own hug.
Yeah.
Oh, no
Yeah.
doubt. Absolutely. It's that's real.
Yeah. And you definitely like again. You touched on another question, and that was my question. What is the process when deciding the name for each product? So you saying that based on your time in your life and stuff like that. That's no, I'm speechless with that because I've never heard someone like name products like that before. It's like, wow. I mean, that's definitely like a great idea.
Yeah, relax with
Yeah, no.
me is relax with me is actually the name of my favorite song by Party Next Door because I used to always sit in the car and listen to that song when I was feeling a little stressed
Oh,
out
okay.
and just sit in the car. So I wanted to make my brand very personal because my grandmothers, they were both heavy in the church. One was a pastor, Janet was a pastor. My other grandma she was just in the church. She was first lady, she choir, all that. And I
Okay.
remember growing up watching them always have routines. And then to realize, like, my grandma, I didn't think about it till recently. My grandma was born in 1920. So, like, you think about that time period and what they were going through. And my grandma was the nicest, sweetest woman on the earth. I mean, she was just cool as a cucumber, no matter what
Yeah.
happened. And I noticed it's because of her routine every morning, how she would make do her prayers, read her newspaper, listen to her music, write in her journal. Then at night, she would do her devotions, and I would do them with her. And I realized that I think the reason why we're all going out here crazy is because we don't have routines, we don't have rituals for
That's
ourselves to
it.
get our day going or to close out our day. We just wake up like rah, like
Yeah, no, no, like a
okay,
hot mess, like for real, like chaos
Like,
sometimes.
I'm
exactly.
running late. I'm running late.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
you took 5 minutes out of your day, right? If you wake up in the morning before you brush your teeth or while you're brushing your teeth and you took 5 minutes and maybe spoke some light into yourself, like today is going to be a great day. I attract wealth all the time. that could really change how you affect the next person that you run into. Or even just in your
For sure.
day, even if something doesn't happen, you're not like, oh, I'm a failure. You're like, oh, well, you know what? Maybe that wasn't for me. Maybe I need to go a different direction. But how can you do that if you're not grounding yourself and balancing your energy and your emotions?
Yeah, and
No,
I guess
that's
the other thing
well
too
said.
is definitely emotions because sometimes people definitely get wrapped up in it, and then one wrong thing can really set the mood for the rest of the day, and without
Hmm.
taking the time to kind of take that 5 minutes to reset, like okay, that happened. Let me not carry that with me the whole day. Let me reset, and uh, maybe the next person might be better.
Yeah, right.
True.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I was gonna say, so like of course, reviewing like some of the products and such, we saw that you of course have like a plethora, like so many nice products in your glossary that are needed for healing and well-being. So we were just wondering, like for the people out there, and if someone, as they say, trying to ball on a budget, but not so much that, but what are some of the top five products that someone would want to use in order to start their mental well-being, like just to start in their self-care journey, like per your recommendation? Like if somebody
I
said, well, where do I start? Like they don't know, they lost, like, a quick little cheat sheet to get them started.
The first product I would do is a white candle. Always have a white candle. It's always great because it's a nice way to connect with the other side if you believe in that, or just with spirit and yourself. Because white
Okay,
represents purity, positivity. The next I would do basil. Then I would do rosemary, and I'll tell you all in a minute why I was going that order.
sure.
Rosemary, sage. And then I would always get to Epsom salt because it's really great. The magnesium is really great for not only your muscles, inflammation, but it also has a grounding property to it from a spiritual aspect. And I say you get those items because those items are mainly used in these practices to clear away negative energy.
Okay.
Also, these products are really, really good for the skin and pull the toxins out the pores. So when you're actually cleansing spiritually, like when you go get a massage, right? You're
Yeah.
energetically purging, but your body's going to physically purge. And so when it purges those toxins out, whether it be through, sweating or maybe some
Yeah.
nausea. But you pull these products in there because your body's going to absorb now that new positive clean energy, as well as cleaning out the debris in your pores. And I think this is a basic thing you can do on a regular basis, and I promise you will feel like 10 times lighter. And it's easy to make. You just mix it all together, do your own portions, and take it and put it on as a body scrub.
Oh.
Nice. See, that's it. This is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, cause some
Like
people
oh.
might be like, where do I start? Or do I need like, $500? Like people don't know. But like you said, I mean, this is big because these days, things are expensive too. We trying to, you know,
Yeah.
think what people can do. Like I said, it's very affordable
Yeah.
to
Yes.
start. That is
Yeah.
fantastic. See, we just
Yeah.
learned something.
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm thinking, I'm like, what do I have? Like,
Yeah.
just around the house, true. You start taking notes, like the basil, like the white candle. If we don't have, like, some of the stuff I have, but like, it's like I need to get some more, you
Yep.
know.
Yeah. So, like, one other question I just thought about it right now. Actually, now tell them that you do like the remote services as well as like in person. Someone's in the Atlanta area.
Yeah, so I haven't posted it up yet because I'm trying to get my Candidly calendar together. It's kind of new for me, but yes,
Oh,
I do locally here in Atlanta, and I can travel to you, and I have different prices for that as far as that goes. And then I also can do remote, and then remote I tend to do a little bit of a discount just because Thank you for calling in from wherever you are to have this wonderful, awesome session with me. And also too with my packages, even if you're remote, if you're adding on like a bath kit, or you want me to do like an actual personalized cleanse for you, because I can tap into your energy and tag and figure out exactly what you need, and no cleanse is ever like that also comes with it, so I'll mail that to you. My whole goal is, like what you were asking, how do I make this stuff? Everybody just doesn't, they don't want to have the time or the things. So what I'm trying to do is create an affordable way for you to get all of this in a one-stop shop through Janet Marcella, to where you don't have to go to that store and look for that, especially if you're still learning and you're not in tune. This is really for those who are just getting started or who are familiar with this but don't have the time. So yeah, I'm gonna send you everything you need with instructions. I mean, it's a foolproof thing. You're gonna get your money's worth. You're not gonna walk away feeling like, well, damn, I just got duped.
For real. Yeah. Imagine. But yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a yeah. I was like thought about like that's one question I did forget to put down, but yeah, well, that's good. You have something, basically something for everybody at that point.
Yeah, like to able to accommodate whoever, like you said, meet you where you at, or if you local, or I mean, especially like with the COVID and the whole pandemic came about, this whole telehealth. I call it everything a Zoom. He laughs at me,
Yeah.
but just you
Yeah.
know, like a Zoom, but like everything related, whether it's Google Meet, whatever it might be, the platform. But it's definitely great to have that as an option, because somebody may say, well, I live in Idaho, I'm interested, but so at least they have that option, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. They might not have access to those certain stores. So again, hey, money, I'm also sending you tools, materials, and then this is your personal thing. So you can expand on this on your own, or you can keep it and do exactly as I tell you. You can pass it to a friend. It's not about gatekeeping.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely opportunities there. Yes.
yeah.
That is fantastic. See?
And I just want to put the website up there if anyone's interested.
Oh yeah, definitely. Make sure you put that up there for people
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah, I mean, because we're checking out, like, wow, I mean, she has like everything like covered, especially if you see the packages, like, wow, okay, she has it going on there.
Oh, for sure. I would definitely happy to see that. And then and what I really want to just add, like back to, like you said, your grandmother's, I think that's, I mean, like I was really close with my grandmother and thinking about that. Like it's funny because you don't hear a lot of people, that are older talking about their grandparents in that way and how inspirational they were. And even with the whole name, I loved it. Because he found out first. I said, that is so precious. And I mean, wow, I think that is amazing, just because it's, again, like showing, definitely respect and, the gratitude to our ancestors and those paying homage to those who came before us. That's amazing. So I love that. I just, as I said, for that, I
Thank
love it.
you.
You're welcome. Oh,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because
yeah, and, make that full business there. That's definitely you know major kudos there, and we definitely wish you the best of luck, and hopefully getting more people watching this like, hey, got someone for you. Send right their way.
oh yeah, and that's what we do anyways. Like
Yeah.
even if we don't, like, just say, with social media these days, it's so like massive. We can say, hey, like, sometimes you might see something in the chat or something like, oh, I'm going through this, but hey, you know what? You better check out JanetMarcella Lifestyle.com. You go there, she'll hook you up. Like it's all about, like you said, sharing,
Yeah.
Yes, and this is very new. I mean, we're starting to wake up with consciousness, and people are starting to get more interested and curious about things outside of, religion or even their own whatever beliefs they have. So,
Yes.
I know I have a road ahead of me, but the goal was to introduce something to the world that they can connect to with themselves instead of trying to throw all this like holistic talk, and they're like, I don't know, it sounds demonic. It's like, no,
Yeah,
it's
right.
it's not, because you're not well informed. So I wanted to find a fun way to introduce spirituality as well as holistic health well care. Because I'm like you, I believe in balance. Hey, if I break my leg, I'm going to the doctor. I'm not about to put no herbs on it and pray it gets better. No.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like
Right.
people have to take that approach. I mean, like certain common sense. But at the same time, like there's so many things that are out there. Like, I mean, where people don't think about, like we said, our ancestors, where people didn't have Walmart to run to and say, oh, let me go to that pharmacy or CVS or whatever. There are different, when I say holistic, whether it's through plants or whatever that may be, that have helped people. I mean, I've traveled to a lot of different countries, and I've learned and seen, not only my ancestry alone, but just different countries and how they see, how they, when I say this, I don't want to call it improvising, because really they smart and making do and doing the right thing when I say an affordable price, using the resources that are there
Yeah,
on the land.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and they'll use that for, and it's definitely works. I mean, you see a lot of people, these documentaries. Wow, this person, they were in this little remote town or whatever it is, maybe in South America or somewhere in Africa, and they're healthy as hell.
Yep.
And you got somebody here who's not.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, people definitely looking to, definitely have that balance and look, as they say, look deeper into holistic.
Yeah.
It's definitely helpful and
Yeah,
definitely will get people.
like I was saying, even in my case, when it comes to like a stomach ache and stuff like that, like I'll sit there, be the first one to grab some peppermint tea, and that helps me every time.
Yeah, I mean, we
Oh,
know a lot of the pills and things like that they all start and derive from the plant, of course. Then once they figured out the money that could come from it, they didn't made it synthetic or whatever they
Uh-huh.
do in the scientific world. But and like I
yes,
always
yes,
tell people, this is just another way to maintain your life. This is not. I'm not saying this is a solution. I would never sell you on just like this is it and there's nothing
yeah,
else. This is a way to maintain your health, your immune system, because again, all that sickness and disease and mental unwell-being starts with your immune system. Your body is the one that talks to the brain. And when it tells the
yeah.
brain, I'm scared or I need to defend myself, those chemicals are sent to you. And then those thoughts are
Oh
coming
yeah.
in. And then you're acting a certain way or reacting a certain way. And what all I'm trying to teach you how to do is in that little space that you have before you make that reaction, you find a way to bring yourself back. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, even in those
Yeah.
moments when you're panicking, you have to make a decision on the moment. If you can learn how to breathe better, and see, that's what rituals are teaching you how to do. They're teaching you how to take care of yourselves and to find peace through anything. Because my grandma, I'm telling you, I would see so much chaos, and she would be so calm and stoic, and I never
Yeah.
understood it because I'm the complete opposite. I'm a basket case,
Yeah.
and and then I realized that was the secret. Before she starts her day, before she interacts with people, and that neither one of them are no longer here with me. They're actually working with me on the other side, just making this all become what it is.
Oh, of course.
But
Yeah.
just watching her and looking back on that and saying, you know what, I now know why she was always so calm and made such great decisions that benefited not just herself, but everybody in her presence, was because she has those routines every morning. She starts her day off right. And then she closes out her day off right. And I'm like, we need to get back to those basics because I feel like, well, we know America's a
Yeah.
capitalistic country. Everything's go, 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 make, microwave, everything's microwave,
Yes.
but I do
Yeah.
believe that everything kind of goes full circle as we see fashion and things like that. And I think
Oh yeah.
traveling out of the country like you have, you see all these other countries where they move at a different pace and they're a lot
Oh, for sure.
happier.
And I
Right?
love
They
it. It's like
enjoy,
day and night. Yes.
yeah, they
It's like
enjoy
some
their,
people.
yeah, you're right. Work life balance is good. They're healthy. I mean, and then over here, like you said, we got people overweight, killing themselves. I mean, it's a lot going on, and I think that's
Yeah.
because we don't know how to unprogram ourselves from the hustle and bustle to just work life balance, just having balance with self. But and that's what we're
Yeah.
seeing is projection. Everybody out here running around doing stuff is because we're projecting the imbalance within ourselves. So I've come out here to be that light and teach people how to, and I mean, I work and be realistic about it. I'm not talking about be peaceful and be like, oh, I'm peace. No, I mean, some days I might cuss you out, but I will always still find a way to bring
There you go.
myself back to where I need to be and not put shame
Yeah.
and guilt on myself because I had a human reaction. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real life
Yeah.
situation. Like, hey, it
I
just
mean,
happened.
that's that part right there. Just being realistic about the whole situation and right, understand that okay, we're human and human things will come out. I mean, like you say, end up cutting somebody up, and then that minute, you know what? Like, hey, say, hey, I'm ready to take on this day. I'm reset. Like, hey, how you doing? Let's
Yeah,
party.
Yeah, right.
walking it back. Like, no. But yeah, I might be in a lot of pocket, but but no, it's true. It's the reality of it.
Yeah, I think I definitely let that. No, Wendy can tell that right. You just bring a whole different aspect and realistic reality to it, to the whole holistic thing, and that's definitely very good and definitely much needed.
And like
Yeah.
you said, one thing about it too is in your case, even though like you said things are kind of new, but you've always done this and speaking through life experience, if you will, as well. between your ancestors. Of course, we always look to them for our guidance, and they're looking down on us and working with us and making us better people. But you know what I mean? It's like one of those things where people have to understand that, that's what being educated is about, and making sure that you can share this with other people. And I love that.
Oh yeah, I'm about to come out here and start selling mobile jumbo and then get caught up in some scandal later on. No, but honestly, with everything we see right now, especially with all the trending stuff, I mean, we trend every other day with something new. If it
Oh,
becomes
for sure.
popular, then everybody. And so, of course, with anything with spirituality, and people awakening, you have a lot of people jumping on all these different trends, and I've sat back and watched them. No judgment, to each his own, but
Hmm.
I just realized, like, everybody's trying to tell you how to live your life, and that becomes a problem too, because then you don't know how to depend on your own decisions. You're always looking for that person to tell you something and that person to tell you something.
Yeah.
And I realized I didn't want to be an influencer. I'm not here to influence you. I'm here to just be that friend that asks you those questions that you didn't think needed to be asked, and to just kind of open you up to you figuring out your own route, your own decisions. And I'm a little disappointed in some of the people who do spirituality and how they're kind of out here hustling people for money. And you have a lot of tarot card readers, and I think you have to have discernment when you're looking at who you're going to listen to. But I knew that that was not the mold that I fit in, or the algorithm that I see fitting in. I definitely want to
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
100%, like, let's keep it 100, right? Like, even if you do all this stuff, you might still be angry. You might still
Yeah.
have bad things happen to you. It's not really about like a solution. It's really just about how do you manage yourself from the day to day.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's definitely
that's
true,
it.
because a lot of people get it twisted and think, like you said, whether you're a tarot card reader or not, like they think, oh, like that is this Miss Cleo or those '80s commercials. They
Yeah.
have called the 900 number and that
Yeah.
BS, and that and talking about getting duped. You know what I mean? That had nothing to do with it.
Oh,
They,
take
somebody
that.
didn't understand it.
Take the
Yeah.
little watch rag with the water on, and you hit it, and your life is gonna be better. And it's like, no, what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or the crystal ball got the gypsy vibe going. That's nothing to do with it. People
Yeah,
would have missed
exactly.
that
Because
mark if they thought that.
people don't realize that choice changes the minute you make a decision. So future is the minute from now. Future is 5 minutes from now. So even if I
It
read
sure
your
is.
cards right now and I tell you what energy I'm picking up on, where I see your path heading, and that very moment that we end that session, you may make a decision based off of what I've told you that could shift your whole entire path.
Yeah.
And so it's like I said, it's not about telling you how to heal yourself, because I hate that. Like, oh, you got to do this and do that. And then people start judging themselves off of that. It's more like, how do you feel? What aligns with you? Do you feel good when you do that? When you do that, does it make you feel a little like, I don't know? How often do you listen to yourself when you have those feelings? That's the problem with a lot of us. It'll be telling us no, and be like, yeah, we'll just do it anyways, and then get mad when everything blows up in your face, right?
Like
Yeah.
I knew
That
it
was
was a bad
me. And so it's like, now I'm learning how to be intentional with everything that I do, even the
Yeah.
shows I go on, even the food that I eat, or the decisions I make, or the time that I choose to waste or not waste. And I think we need to get back to teaching that intentionality. Be intentional, because if you're intentional, then no matter what happens, you don't have the fear, shame, guilt, all that other stuff that comes with that black and white way of thinking. A choice is just a choice. There's nothing good or bad about it. It doesn't make you a better
Yeah.
person if you do this. It's just about making decisions that are feel good to you and make sense for where you're headed
That's
in
right.
life. And I'm not here to tell you, hey, come spend this money and I'll make somebody fall in love with you. Why?
Yeah.
Like, I
That's a
just
good one,
don't
but that's what I'm
understand.
saying. See, a lot of people, oh, am I going to win the lottery?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, see little emails like, I can tell that there's people after you, and like, no, I'm not here to dupe you on that. Of course I want to make money. It's a business, but really, I'm just
Yeah.
I had a calling, and I feel like it's important to really, like, even this moment with you guys. I'm sure I've tapped into your spirits, and you're gonna probably leave this thinking about things about yourself, like, dang, why did we talk to her? Because now I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No.
I already am as I'm sitting here. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm like, all around the world in my head. I'm like, you know what I mean? You
Just
start
plant the
thinking.
seed.
Absolutely.
It's just a big
Yes.
idea. I
Yeah.
think the key to our community and anything is just planting the seed and letting it grow and watering it.
Yes.
That's
It's that.
true.
No, very true. I was gonna say. definitely thank you for joining us and giving us a lot to think about now.
The
Like,
enlightenment,
yeah,
the awakening. Like,
Thank
oh shoot,
you.
yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate
for
you letting me
real.
share this space with you.
yeah. And I was like, I'm like, man, I'm definitely trying to work on taking that like a true 5 minute self care, 5 10 minute, squeeze it in somewhere.
Exactly. You have to,
Uh,
and it, like you said, it goes a long way. And I'm thinking, like you said, the grandmother. I mean, my grandmother, the same thing. And I'm like, and you think, oh, that's old school, and they don't know because they no, you obviously they did know.
yeah,
Yep.
You know.
yeah. So I want to say thank you again, and
Thank you so
again,
much.
Thank
and
you.
yeah, I want to say enjoy your weekend, and
Yes.
we appreciate you and wish you definitely the best of luck.
Thank you guys so much for sharing this space with me. You guys as well enjoy the weekend. Stay warm because I know it's hot over here for me. I'm trying to take off clothes.
Oh
Y'all
Stay
trying to
man,
right
take
there.
off
Stay
clothes.
cool and comfortable.
yeah.
Exactly. And I wish your show the best. The best. I feel like you have a great platform. You guys are great hosts, and
Thank you.
I can't wait to see
Thank
you guys
you.
grow even further.
Yeah,
Appreciate
we
that. Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much. All right, Jasmine. Have a great night. Thank you.
All right, you too.
Hey,
Bye.
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 I need a cleanse right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like I know I can't go get the bath, but like she was saying with those sprays, I'm all about that, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, do I want to carry on or what? Like my
Yeah.
mind. Now, of course, I wouldn't leave the viewers hanging by any means. I'm not like that. You know that we don't do that. But definitely inspirational
Yeah, and
and
definitely.
very happy to have had Miss Jasmine
Yeah.
share some great information with us and hopefully the viewers too. And like I said, it's gonna be like I might even see random people like, hey, you didn't check out Miss Jasmine, excuse me,
Yeah.
Janet Marcella, okay? Well, I guess moving on, which I mean now it's like, well, let me stop. I'm still in a good place, but I'm just thinking about some basil and candle,
Yeah, I mean that's
like a happy place, a true happy space, happy place. But anyway, this was cool too. So just real quick, guys. So we, obviously the people who have been with us from the beginning, they know we're into music and we talk a lot about music. We do a lot of attending of whether it's concerts or different artists, like getting in touch with them and all of that. But recently, I guess we want to say we went to a few different shows. So one of them, we went to the Amica Mutual Pavilion in Providence, Rhode Island, a little Rhode Island. If anybody heard of Rhode Island, it's one of the New England states, to check out a concert with some good R&B and hip hop hit makers. And a lot of you guys might know these people, right? So we saw Keisha Cole. Y'all know Keisha Cole, I'm sure. Jeezy, Fabulous, Carrie Hilson, and Bobby V, Bobby Valentino. I know Bobby V from Mister. That's when he was a Mister, y'all. A lot of y'all don't know that.
yeah.
But they were in concert. It was definitely a good lineup, and it seems that what we've noticed that a lot of people, like after the COVID, people are really touring hardcore, hot and heavy. Everybody on tour,
Yeah.
But like some people aren't touring like necessarily like a specific tour, but they hooking up and just performing together. Like this little group was kind of a random venture, if you will, but these people, they came together to put on a good show, and it's like I said, not a specific tour, but it makes sense. Like give the people a nice evening of music, some good old fashioned, old school collaboration. There you go. And even like, new school, whatever it might be, but giving people like, just say if somebody's like, oh, I really like rap, or I'm more into hip hop, or Jeezy and Fabulous were there. If they like that R&B or that love music, Bobby V was there, or that popular, Keisha Cole vibe and Carrie Hilson, all of that. So it's something for everybody. So we enjoyed that show, right? It was really nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, only thing wish we know Keisha Cole, they would have it was towards the end there, towards her set, there was apparently some issues with the sound, so the DJ's mic was turned off.
Well, yeah, those were some like technical difficulties and glitches, if you will. So it was messed up. So it kind of did like put a like leave like a little mark with like her performance. But luckily we've seen Miss Keisha before, so we know she can sing and put on a nice show. Yeah, so we didn't judge it, but we felt bad. Like just say if that was people's first time, or they're like, oh, did she not do well live? That's not true. No. Keisha Cole does well live, but it's just that the way they did her, and they didn't even give her much time. I was like, well, damn. Because we were looking at the watch. I said, I know this place is, a lot of these venues, like these big like arenas, if you will, they wrap up by 11 p.m. So why was she the headliner pretty much? And she's coming on at like 11:30. I mean 10:30, and or 10:40, whatever it was. I'm like, damn, But it's whatever. But I just wanted to shout out to Keisha that we still a fan. We don't care what that little venue might have done, but
yeah.
I mean, and everybody else. Shout out to everyone. Put on a good show.
Yes, definitely.
We were up on our feet, even though I might have felt like 200 the next day.
Yeah, we were still up on our feet the whole time.
We sure did. So that was that show, right? Moving on. I'm just excited because we have so many concerts that we like to talk about and some upcoming ones too. But let me tell you about the one we went to after that. It was funny. I'm like, damn, we never had concerts that close. Usually it's like maybe once a month or every other month or something like that. But this was like, the Keisha Cole concert in Crew was on Friday. And then we went on Monday, y'all. Had to work the next day, but it didn't matter. But we went to Gillette Stadium. A lot of y'all know that's where the Patriots play. Okay. This is in Foxborough, Massachusetts. We went to see the Grand National Tour that featured Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Oh, yes.
Yo, let me tell you, that was a night. We had a time. That concert, weekday and night, it was lit. Kendrick was full of energy all the way live. You know what I'm saying? People still talking about it. All you can hear on the radio stations, they act like, wow, this is the first concert, it's the best ever. And it was really good, right? He did some of his new material and other older classic songs, you know what I'm saying? So
it was the last tour on the East Coast for him too. So.
Oh, he did say that, yes. So unless, we missed it, we didn't hear him perform one of our favorite songs, that swimming pool song, Drink, whatever. I love that.
Wake up.
Well, you baby, I love that song. 2 or 3 shots, right? Yeah, anyways, but that was fine. And like I said, we could have missed it because he did so much material. He was freestyling. He was, rapping a cappella. He killed it, period. He's listen, he's definitely the man, not only of the moment, but of a generation. Like he started out, he started underrated. Even if it took They Not Like Us to bring him over the top, fine. But we, like people who were true day ones, we knew how he had the skills and his lyricism and his rap, and man, second to none. Like these days, he's the hottest man out. I'm sorry, lyrically. Because like obviously we know a lot of greats, like there's KRS-One and all those people are great. But contemporary people, Kendrick got that. K-Dot on lock. On lock, period.
And definitely a true entertainer. I mean,
he did it.
The choreography, the stage,
everything. He did the damn thing, yeah.
I mean, even down to the fireworks. It was just...
Fireworks. I've never been to a concert. Pyrotechnics is one thing, but he had fireworks. I mean, like, I thought it was the 4th of July. So wait a minute, I know Memorial Day is around the corner, but 4th of July, what's going on? He lit. Everything was perfect. He
literally lit that up.
It was literally for real. It was amazing. That was a show. But not to leave out Miss SZA. Let's talk about SZA. She did an eclectic. It's one of my favorite words, y'all. Look it up if you don't know what eclectic is. But she did an eclectic mix, right, of some of the favorite R&B hits that we know and love and know the words to, up there singing, thinking we done got a voice. And she also did some rock-fused pop songs that had us think, wait, is Taylor Swift going to come out? Or is she in the building? But again, something for everybody. And she knew what she was doing. She had those girls, all the young girls, old girls, whoever, my old ass, everybody was up there like singing up like live, like, oh yeah, the girl power was in the house that night. And even the men, everybody was like, she definitely put on a good show. Like she had, like you said, the choreography, the dancers. She had her bugs. She loves the bugs. I was like, I don't know about the damn bugs, but
if you haven't met Anthony.
Anthony, you know who Anthony is, right? Tell people about Anthony real quick.
Anthony was the ant.
That big ass ant. I'm sorry, I'm a little vulgar tonight. I'm like, oh, because I don't like the bugs. I'm sorry. But I mean, growing up, I did have a thing where I would kind of collect grasshoppers, a random fact, but I was real young. I mean, we talking about like elementary age. But anyways, they put on a show and they were a good mix. Like, I mean, who would have known, like, it was random. Like, oh, okay, you never know who's on tour, but they were a good fit. Like, I think, if he picked the right one, she picked the right one. They gelled like it was, perfect. Like it's like I couldn't have picked anybody else to sub in for either or. You know what I mean? Like it was the perfect match.
Yeah.
Like how we talked about, just to take it back real quick, that Missy Elliott tour, same thing. You couldn't have picked a better match. We had Busta Rhymes and Sierra, high energy, strong talent, like shows stopping. Like man, it's good when you pick a right tour like that. That was lit.
The right person.
So we love that show for real. You know what I'm saying? But I guess we know we kind of got into, a little bit of stuff beside ourselves, but let's go back. What are we going to tell people about? Well,
we can,
I guess, we'll talk about some advertisements, say the paying the bills.
Yeah, paying the bills.
We were just on that, up, and after our little meeting with Miss Jasmine, we were like so excited, just got like wired, and I said, "Oh, that's right, yeah, we got to talk about a little advertisement."
Yeah.
I mean, nothing wrong with it, you know. But anyway, let's talk about Facts 2K. So obviously, you know, Team Us 2K, Facts 2K, 2K Global Enterprise are all one big thing. So with Facts 2K, basically, we want to let everyone know that they are affordable summer clothing for all occasions, y'all, especially for the kiddos. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, for the kiddos.
So right now, for a limited time, kids' clothing are about 15% off, and it's mainly one of those things where, you know, if your kiddo was going to summer camp, people be looking for them cheap. When I say cheap, I'm gonna use cheap, affordable clothing, you know, throwaway clothing, or even clothing that are good but still at affordable price, if you will. They want to attend a cookout, going outside to play, you know, ride your little bike, whatever, play in the yard, or going to the beach. Got to have something for the kiddos.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? You want to check out our kids' summer swag category on the website, bro. Right?
Yeah, right here. See
So,
here.
KZ, show them about the kids' summer swag. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
so
what does
we
that
got
entail?
We got jean, what is outfits, you know.
When you say outfits, you know, what do you mean?
I mean, you know, sweatpants, shirt, you know.
But it's hot. What
various
is hot?
shirts.
What is hot? It's cold here. We got sweatpants. We got
no,
shorts. Like,
short sleeves, shorts, even down to swimming trunks,
oh, shit.
slides.
All type of stuff, huh? So something true summer.
Yeah, you know,
And especially a lot of little athletic apparel too. Like a lot of kids are active, you know. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, got something for all the kiddos out there. And get ready for the season now. If you're in New England, I understand you may not feel like it.
That's why I say you to most sweatpants are like not hoodies now.
Yeah. Even tank top, it ain't that type of weather right now. But
it will be. I'm sure it will be.
Up, but at least this is the time to go ahead and buy, especially with that sale, 15% off.
Yeah, and like predominantly, just as they say, a quick little disclosure. I mean, some of the stuff would be unisex, but a lot of it, I'd say, is more so-called, I guess we'll say, boy-oriented. But hey, doesn't matter. Some of the kiddos can wear, you know, whatever they need to be comfortable and enjoy, right?
Yeah.
So that's for the kiddos. Check out the summer swag on. Put in the chat before we continue to the next. Even though it's the same website, but what's this website? We said what?
It's the
say what?
It's the facts2k.com. Let me
facts2k.com. You get your swag. It's for your swag needs, y'all. Okay.
Let me see. I'll put the
we'll put that in the chat.
Put the QR code up there, and I will put it in the chat.
Word. Okay.
Where's the bird?
Okay. So while you working on that, I know I'm all over the place, and we all over the place, you know, with the whole excitement that we have. But outside of the kids' summer swag, we also have things for the grown-ups too. Okay, so again, like I said, just so guys get it right. It's Facts 2K, Team Us 2K, and 2K Global Enterprises. All connected, because 2K Global Enterprises, just real quick for y'all, if you didn't know, that's the parent company, and the subsidiaries and sister companies are Facts 2K and Team Us 2K. Okay, so that's that. So the reason I bring that up, usually we're talking about Facts 2K apparel as well. Not just, you know, whether it's the kids' summer swag and on. Facts 2K apparel is different than some of the other clothing that we're talking about. That's actually a brand, which I guess we'll probably throw that in just for a teaser toward the end. But for now, we're going to talk about the Team Us 2K collection. So, like, you know, reason we kind of jumped in about the Kendrick Lamar is because we were going to talk about Kendrick after. I said, nah, let's bring him up now because we want to tell you, want to see what we wore to the concert? Yeah. Show them what we wore to the concert.
Proud about Team Us 2K collection.
And what was that? Show us that.
They
not like us. They not like us. Up crip walking and everything, baby. And that, you know what I'm saying, camo, you know, I guess we'd say, you know, olive green, army green, like people call it, military green shirt. They not like us. And that was lit. That's by Facts 2K when you see that, but it's part of the Team Us collection because it's considered pop culture. You know what I'm saying? Catch my drift. But like the whole Facts 2K, when you see the two lines in the crescent in Facts 2K, that's the whole brand. There's also clothing that are associated with Facts 2K, but yet this is just because it's like pop culture offshoot where it's, you know, a shirt that definitely was for that specific reason, pop culture.
Yeah, I mean, especially had to go there in style in that concert.
Yeah, people was looking. We were like, hey, you know, you see us? Yeah, we walked in there. You know what I'm saying? Had to. But all right. So outside of that, we also have, like I said, very diverse. We like everybody. We open to anything, everything, and we definitely want people to feel included, not excluded, because Lord knows people are trying to exclude people these days. Hell, we ain't.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say next month, June, we in May, like I said now, but June's coming up right around the corner. Speaking of part of the Team Us 2K collection, we also have Pride t-shirts. Okay. Pride month is next month. Shout out to the LBT. I can't even say it.
LGBTQ.
I'm so excited. I have so many people that are down with that, and I'm down. Okay. With the community. So we have Pride Edition Team Us 2K. So those shirts, the other one, Kendrick Lamar type influence was Facts 2K, but this is actually Team Us 2K. Truly part of the collection. Like it's actually with the Team Us 2K logo. So yes, for the LGBTQ. We have Pride collection shirts that have, feature for like whatever their pronouns. So it might be, they and them, or him, he, I'm saying, his, whatever they may be, she, her, hers, or they and them. So you show the other one. So we have both. Okay.
Yeah, this was the first one I had showed.
No, I just want to see it again. Yeah, it's so cute. So if anybody's interested, you can obviously go to that same Facts 2K website.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, got something for everybody there.
Yeah.
So just so you know. But now that we talked about the team election, just in case, let's just show a little brief snippet of like the Facts 2K. Wait. I know you're trying to show the Kool Vybez. They got those too.
Yes, got the shirts there. So
yeah, we did a video with those, right? Cool?
Yep.
Yeah, Kiana and Kenzo, be cool, stay safe. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say. This is pop culture, and we're pop culture at this point, meaning, social media. Hey, here we are.
Yeah. So
but
go back to the
Facts 2K real quick.
Yeah.
Just real quick. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, but I know we didn't plan necessarily bring up Facts 2K because we brought it up, I think, last month, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Meaning the apparel.
Yeah.
So when we talk about apparel, y'all, apparel clearly is like clothes, fashion, and all that, but we mean the Facts 2K brand. So Facts 2K brand is within itself. Like, people buy Michael Kors, they buy, Off-White, they buying all that type stuff, Amiri, whatever it is. You hear these people are old school, taking it back, cross colors, Scarcadai, whatever. Either high fashion, streetwear. That's what it is. So, streetwear. We definitely have streetwear options for people. So you want to show a couple of items real quick?
Yeah. So it's one of my favorites here. So I will show up the Facts 2K K formation shirts.
Oh yeah, so they come in long and short, just in case. Our mine is on long because it's cold as hell.
Yeah.
But show them that it comes short sleeve too, right? Like just in case somebody, shout out to Atlanta or anybody, if it's warm down there, Florida, Arizona, they will want a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
So we have that. And again, that's with the logo and formed in the K formation.
Yeah, but if you want to rock some fly kicks, we got the Facts 2K sneakers out there too.
Oh yeah, we got those. What else? That's the shoes. What about the hats? It's summertime.
The regular hats, or we have.
So when you say regular hats, like a baseball cap?
Baseball cap. And also got
my favorite. I'm in that hip hop scene. Show it. There you go.
Bucket hats.
A bucket hat. I love a bucket hat. You know what I'm saying? I put a bucket hat on when I'm having even a good hair day, just because that's my swag. So yeah, there's all types of stuff. What else? Let's see. Go back real quick. Do we got something else you might have left out? Let me just see.
We also got slides.
Show slides. Folks be liking them slides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They real comfortable. Like surprising. I wasn't sure because I'm sitting here like, I don't know, used to Sears maybe because the winter time is here in New England on a regular basis. So I'm like, how many slides? Slides are comfortable. Definitely like those slides. So they come in a variety of colors too. So y'all want those Facts 2K slides. Let somebody know.
Yeah, royal blue, black.
Different colors. So that's that. I guess, that's probably enough talking about the advertisements, right?
Yep. So don't forget, you want to definitely head to the site. You got that, stock up for those kids, but it's for some summer camp coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Those clothing while they're on sale, 15% off.
Yeah. And wait, you did leave out one last thing. So if they're 15% off, what if somebody's a subscriber?
Oh, good point.
You're
if
good at that.
A subscriber, you save an additional 5%.
So now
you're saving 20% off. So if I were you, I would go and subscribe now.
And it's nothing to it. Just click that button, right? Hit
Yep,
subscribe.
and you'll receive our monthly newsletters, highlighting the fashion for that month, and
top picks.
Yep.
So yeah, that's just for showing up. You got an extra 5% off.
Yeah.
So even if there's no sale, you automatically get 5% off everything you buy, just because.
Yeah, just because.
Wow, that's deep. That's lit.
And especially you can save in addition to whatever sales that's going on, because usually it's like, all right, you have to choose. You want the sale or you want the sale price, or you want your subscribers price.
But, yeah, that's true. For real.
We gotta look out for everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's a wrap for now. I mean, please browse our websites. A lot of good stuff on there, different categories. You know what I mean? So for you and yours, and if you don't see anything that you could use, like just say you don't have kids, maybe a friend or a relative that has little ones. And I say little ones, kids. That might fit some of the clothing that are offered. Or if you're an adult and you say, you know what? My friend might like that Pride shirt, or they might like that Kendrick Lamar shirt or something like that. I call it the Kendrick Lamar because it's inspired by that, but it's not even specifically Kendrick Lamar. It's just homage to his song, because that was just like an anthem for everybody.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a Drake diss track. That was the culture, baby. But yeah, so I guess after that, you had something next?
So again, say hit us up if you have any topics that you want us to talk about or want to just check in and chat. The email again is going to be the Kiana Kenzo koolvybez@gmail.com. And
or like you say, if they want to be on a future live stream, or want to share something, or want us to share something, like how we had the advertisements, we can do that too. Like whatever it might look like. Definitely all about sharing and wanting people, it's no competition here. It's we all winning. If I'm winning, you winning, we all winning.
Yeah, we all win.
Like that's the goal, to make sure everybody look good. Not like, oh, I look good, and it's about everybody working together. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Teamwork make the dream work. We got to make sure, that we doing the right thing and looking out for us, because if we don't, nobody else will.
Right.
Looking out for each other. So that part.
So I just want to say again, if you watch us on any platforms, subscribe to our YouTube channel, at TeamUs2K, and also you can check out our website, TeamUs2K.com.
Put that in the chat. I don't know if you can.
Yep, I can put it right here in the chat.
That way we got everything. Hell, just tell them about what's the other one we just named a few minutes ago, even though we haven't really talked a lot about, because some people don't know the connection yet, but the big, as I say, big brother watching, but who's the main head company in charge?
Yeah, 2K Global Enterprises.
So if people go there, they could still see some stuff. Put that in the chat. Just put in the chat, because this is the last live stream of the season.
Yes,
that's actually official, y'all. Like this,
the last official one for the season, because it's gonna be a bit busy summer.
Oh yeah, hot girl, hot boy summer.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, it's gonna be busy. It's always really busy. This is when we do our research, we travel, we do different things, to get ready for the fall, to bring you some goodies, hopefully. And even if it's just that, also some self-care. And we love this for sure, but we also have to get out there and see the world,
Yeah, and so if you want to keep up with us and see what we're doing, definitely highly recommend going to our website, theteamus2k.com, or following us on YouTube, because that's where I'll be posting those some clips of those past concerts.
I was gonna say, don't forget to mention that.
Yeah, they'll be going up there, soon enough. But only way to find out is by subscribing. So hit that notification bell. So that way you'll know.
They'll know, right? Like, oh shoot, they got that Kendrick Lamar up. They got that Keisha Cole and Jeezy up. Okay.
Finally help. So get to check it out.
For real, I think that's definitely the way to go, and it's all about being connected. And email, like I said, we love some email. Yeah, and I mean, at this point, I guess, anything. I mean, like, if you need some advice or whatever, you want to talk, we love to talk. If you haven't noticed, you can't shut me up. I'll sit here and talk, like I said, all night. If I could, I would. But I definitely really enjoy doing this, it's between as a personal hobby, my background, just everything. Like this is a perfect fit for me.
yeah, and get us
know,
to
both of
really
us.
engage
That's
with,
great.
you know, engage with everybody, and you know, enjoy talking with everybody. Now that we started this, you know, and bringing people on and having these discussions
Love it.
and showcasing their businesses.
Yeah, we definitely want to make sure people, because like I said, there's so many businesses out there people may not know, or just because they're more localized, or if it's an online e-commerce business or something like that, somebody's like, oh my God, I didn't know about them. We might hear about Walmart or Target,
Yeah.
but you know, it's the other business we may miss out on because we don't know whether it's a restaurant, whatever it might be. And like, that's the other thing. Like, we definitely try to shout out, you know, whether it's different artists, but definitely even restaurants. Like, you know, we try to go to different restaurants and give reviews and stuff like that,
Yeah,
you know?
so yeah, it's a whole other side of that business there.
Yeah, to make sure people have opportunities to see. I mean, like in New England, we can make our way around New England like nobody's business, right?
Yes, and if you hit our website tmus2k.com, you will absolutely see, and you know, hit was it food and fun?
Yeah,
page.
food and fun, whether it's the events,
Yeah.
destinations, like some of the places we travel. You know, there's so many more that aren't on there, but hey, you can ask us, we'll tell you.
Yeah, and we're also open to joining other live streams as well. So
Yeah, if you'd like for us to join, trust me, we're like happy to oblige. Like, we love to. So
yeah,
thank you for watching, everyone. Right.
Thanks for watching, and
On that note, right, what we gonna tell these people? Just remember, you know what? To be cool and stay safe.
And
See you next season. Because for now, we are out.
We are out.
To the next.
To the next time.
You better know.
We are out.
We are
Really,
out.
this time.
I'm gonna end it. We are out.